y'all, it's summerdru, and today I'm going to be doing an Amethyst makeup tutorial for my Amethyst cosplay from Steven Universe. Let's get into it. This is what it's going to look like, so let's see how we get there. I'm going to go ahead and start with these tights. I'm going to be using these on my arms so that I don't have to paint them. I'm going to basically be cutting a hole in the middle, putting my head through it, and using the leg holes as armholes. I want to go ahead and do this first so that I can get the color match as accurate as possible. Once I was satisfied, I went in with some e.l.f. primer. As you can see, this is very loved. I got a new bottle on the way already. I put that all over my face, and then I grabbed my purple and white paint and I just kind of put it on my face. Now usually I would be more careful about where I'm putting this, but I wanted to do a TikTok transition, which I'm gonna put right here. So I kind of put that on a little messily. But don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and blend that out at some point. And by at some point, I mean right now. I'm going to go ahead and with a brush and start blending. I'm just going to blend for a very, very, very long time.
3 hours later.
You guessed it, I'm still blending, but after that I'm going to go ahead and add the purple onto my contour line so that I can kind of blend that as if I was doing my makeup naturally. One of the most important things about doing face paint, even if you're going to be another color, is that you still have highlights and shadows on your face so that you don't show up flat on the camera or in person. Now I went ahead and set my face with some white powder. I actually really like this powder, but I ended up using way too much. I would definitely use a little less than me. It just took me way too long to blend it out, but other than that, it was fine, and my makeup was definitely set for the day. Now I went ahead and started contouring my nose. I'm just using that same purple color around my nose and contouring it how I usually would with my makeup, just instead of contour using the darker purple. I decided that this purple was actually a little too light still, so I went over it with a different purple, but pretty much the same thing, just contouring it how I usually would. I went ahead and started doing my eyebrows with that same purple. For some reason it showed up a little blue on the camera, but in person and in the pictures it looked a lot more purple as I wanted it to. And now I'm just covering the rest of my face in a little bit of the even purple to finally even out that color so that it looks a little bit more like a skin tone and blend out that contour. Using a liquid lipstick and a lip brush, I went ahead and lined my lips and put this purple on. I also decided that this was too light, so I went in with a darker purple and switched it up a bit, but I liked how it came out overall. I started on my eyeshadow with just a medium purple tone on the outside, and then I went in with a white NYX liner on my waterline. I put a dark purple on both of my bottom lash lines. I got the cutest Magical Girl eyeshadow palette, so I'll be using that on my lids to kind of make it pop. It looks a little more blue on camera, but it is a shimmery purple shade, and I also used a silver on my nose for a highlight. I also put the silver on my inner corners, and then I went in with the darker purple on my outer lid corners so that I could kind of blend everything out and pull the whole eyeshadow look together. So I knew I'd only be showing one eye for this look, so I wanted to go ahead and get my hair situated. So the first thing I did was put on a wig cap so I could get my locks all under there. Everybody always asks me how I hide my hair. Time, patience, and a lot of prayer. I got this wig just for this cosplay, so she's fresh out the bag. I'm putting it on. I know it looks a little insane, but I'm just going to kind of fluff it out with my fingers until I'm satisfied with the curls. I'm not going to style it yet because I still need to see my face, but I kind of liked it covering both my eyes. It reminded me of Sapphire. I started on my eyeliner. I just drew a line how I usually would. I decided to only do this on one eye because you'd only be seeing it there. Now for my 3D liner, I used some cardstock and I went ahead and cut it into a liner shape. I'm trying to fit it on my eye, and then I cut it a little smaller after realizing it was too big. Now once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and bend it so that it'll stick out. That part is really important. And now I'm going to put lash glue on it as you would like eyelashes. Let it dry, get tacky for a little bit, and then place it onto my lid just like that. Now after fixing my hair up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyelash, and as you can see, I've already got my gem on. I accidentally forgot to film that part. I'm so sorry, guys. And this is pretty much what the final product is going to look like. I'm going to take my favorite setting spray, which is OS, and I actually have the glitter version, and I'm going to be spraying that on my face to make it super, super, super shiny. And I went ahead and painted my hands, and now it's sparkly. So yeah, I hit the little amethyst fusion dance, and thanks for watching.